I don't know where I've driven. I don't know. I can't see anything. It's so dark. I can't see. Ah. All right. Well, we're just gonna replant this area then, because I have no idea what I'm planting right now. Hey guys, and welcome back. We are continuing on day 2 of seeding the hayfield. As you know, there were a lot of issues that we were having, and as you're going to see today, there are more issues and they just don't seem to stop. Now, whether it's the fact of the equipment failing because it's been used and neglected and it's rental equipment, or partially user error, probably a combination of everything involved, it doesn't go well. So let's go take a look. Alright, so it's like 8:30 now, and all I have to say is it's a good thing I'm not planting wheat or something to that caliber, because my rows are awful. And to make matters even more fun, I don't know if this is even putting down seed. Eric was checking it and he said it is, but he just checked it again before he left, and I've got like, I don't know, 2/3 of the field done at least. He says it's still like super full, so I don't know. I mean, we started off setting it. They didn't have a setting for orchard grass, first of all, so I kind of like guesstimated for crested wheatgrass. I think that's what I set it on, because again, this is for the bigger seed cups, not the smaller ones. The smaller ones had an orchard grass setting. So I was worried that maybe too much was coming out with the crested wheatgrass setting. Maybe it's not coming out enough. Oh, it's a catch-22. Again, you know, if you have time, if you've got the implement at home, you can get everything straightened out exactly the way you need it to be. When you're just kind of using it on the whim, it's hard. You got to kind of take what you have, and at least it's going down, right? I mean, I'm just so tired. Oh, those clothes are so pretty. Hold on. Look at that. It actually shows up on my camera. Holy moly. It is so beautiful. I love it. See, and this is the best part about being a farmer, is being able to see all this stuff. You're outside all day a lot of the time, and you get to see this like gorgeous stuff. It actually looks better on my phone than it does in person. So you guys enjoy that. Just eat that up. That's beautiful. It doesn't look as nice behind me. Otherwise I'd show you. But yeah, you can clearly see that I'm just driving in the middle of nothing. I've got a couple different sets of tracks from the manure spreader. Planting hay, it's a little bit more forgiving. I've already got hay growing, so I'm just filling in the gaps. So this isn't my idea. I got this idea on haytalk.com, and I don't remember what the discussion was, but one guy made the comment. He's like, yeah, you know what, my neighbor overseeds his field every year with new grass, and he has the thickest, luscious field of anyone I've ever seen. And the guy supposedly doesn't even fertilize it. So when I heard that, I'm like, you know, that kind of makes sense, because like the variety of orchard grass that I have, it's supposed to last like, I don't know, 6 to 8 years, but you know, sometimes you get winter kill and stuff like that, and I think overseeding really kind of helps pick up the slack if something dies. So I mean, you don't have to go through and like replant the entire thing in one shot. You just like doing it little by little. Yeah, and don't worry, I remember your comments on tillage that you're not supposed to till a corner with your disc down. You have to pick it up. So that's what I've been doing. It's literally been exhausting, and I just literally wanted to run myself over today with this hay drill because I was so exasperated. I'm just like, I wanted to get this all done, wrapped up today. Did not happen. And Where am I going? Where's my next row? I don't even know. Huh, hold on a second here. I feel like Wes talking as I'm farming. I don't usually get to do such things. So I was hoping to have a day off for once. Tomorrow, Sunday, I was hoping to have it off so that I could work on my cabin, because I need to get that done. So you guys won't see any cabin videos for a little bit, because I'm just going to try and get the walls on and then go from there. So we got this half of a cow from a local farmer, like within a couple of miles around the corner from my house. They had it for sale on Facebook, and so since we didn't have any beef left, and if we get cows, cattle, baby cows, calves, whatever you want to call them, it's gonna be a couple years before we can breed them and then butcher the babies or whatever we're gonna do. And so I'm like, well, let's just get like half of a cow, and that'll last us a little while. I mean, the prices they were charging were really cheap. I think it was like $3.36 a pound is what it came out to with all the fees and everything. I mean, I was just like, heck yeah, that's like great price. 'Cause I've seen it going for $4 to $5 in some places. So yeah, so now we have a freezer full of beef. I don't remember why I was saying that because I was so tired. Oh, because we had steak from the cow last night, and Eric was looking at me. He's like, "Are you sure you don't want to do this tomorrow night?" I'm like, I am going to be seeding tomorrow. I have no idea what to expect. I don't want to be trying to cook a steak late at night if I'm exhausted. So it worked out perfect because I'm exhausted. I've got leftover pulled pork. I did that 2 days ago. I try to plan ahead, guys. I really do, as much as I can with food. I mean, I know a lot of the farming men plan ahead so that, or their wives plan ahead. I don't know too many guys that cook their own meals. I think Northern Farmer said he does. And I think he's a bachelor, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But, let's see. I don't know where I've driven. I don't know. I can't see anything. It's so dark I can't see. Alright, well, we're just going to replant this area then, because I have no idea what I'm planting right now. We're just going to go up the hill, and it is what it is. It's a little extra seed going out. Oh, I see an area. I guess I did good. I guess I got it. Okay. Those of us ladies who are farming and cooking, it gets to be a struggle trying to plan food, and you're just so tired. You're just too tired to even eat, and you just really wish that, you know, somebody would just bring you food in the tractor. I mean, how awesome do you guys have it when your wives bring you food in the tractor? I mean, give your woman a hug and a kiss and a nice night out, because I mean, that is like, do not take that for granted. I'm so tired. Anyway, at least I've got some delicious pulled pork waiting for me that I can maybe eat if I get lucky. I don't know. I might be too tired to even eat that. I might just be like, meh, going to bed at 9:30 at night. Oh well. So then tomorrow, like I said, I planned to work on the cabin, and then I was going to take the cedar back, because the cedar has to go back. I don't know where I'm at again. So I was going to take it back tomorrow, and that's a long ways. It's a 45-minute drive just in the car. Now you put a cedar on the back, and that's an hour and a half. You have to go twice as slow. 25 is the max you can go with this thing on the back of your car. If you go faster, the tires run the risk of overheating and exploding. That's the way it is. So that's incredibly stressful, because as much as I try to take the back roads, I am not that familiar with the area over there, so I end up on some busy roads. And, you know, I haven't had anybody run me off the road yet, but, you know, you still, like, worry about it. I mean, again, bringing up one lonely farmer, he just last year, I think, got run off the road 2 or 3 times. Like, his kids got run off the road. I mean, granted, they're older kids. They're like, 20s. They're adults. But, still, your kids, you worry about them. I mean, that's scary stuff. You could tell you stories about that. Hopefully later this month or 2, we can get a different seeder. We really need to get a seeder. We really do. This is ridiculous. But it works, kind of, sort of, for now.
I got up bright and early this morning, and my horses both got out. The gate is always having issues. So I'm guessing it's gonna have to be something I'm gonna work on today. It looks like the wind actually blew it open. It just doesn't latch the best. So we're gonna try something here. They're actually pretty far down. I'm gonna get some grain and see if that'll get them coming. So I could go get them, but I'd rather just be lazy and let them come to me. Oh, yummy! Look at this delicious grain. That's it. And that's the lazy person's way of getting your horses in. So now, as many of you have commented about which seed box to put the orchard grass in, according to the John Deere manual and the notes on the actual seeder itself, orchard grass is supposed to go in the grass seeder box on the front. There actually is a setting for orchard grass. So we followed all the directions in the manual and set it up accordingly. Unfortunately, seed was getting stuck in the hoppers. I don't know why. I tried everything I could think of. Finally, we moved it to the rear seed box. Now, the rear seed box is not set up for orchard grass. And upon a little bit of research, I find out that this seed drill actually has a lot of issues with orchard grass. For whatever reason, it just doesn't like to feed. So if you guys know of any no-till drills that we should be looking at that are about 8 feet long, put it in the comments down below. We're going to be shopping around, looking at some different options. If it's cheap enough, I know there are some smaller brands that sell less expensive no-till drills. Again, it's just going to be for grass. All right, on to day 2 of seeding. It was so chaotic yesterday. It was like 9 o'clock by the time I called it quits. So, yeah, and as I'm walking up here, I'm having these panic thoughts because I've never used a seeder like this. Now, normally with all of our equipment, hydraulics are not an issue, right? You turn the machine off, a lot of times you make sure your hydraulics are down so there's not that pressure. And that's what I did with this. But I don't know if it potentially could have leaked out all my hydraulic fluid overnight out of the tractor. We never run equipment with bad hydraulic lines. That's just a no. Like, even the manure spreader, the hydraulic lines are questionable. They're in better shape than these. And Eric's like, yeah, I don't think we should risk it. We should just get some new ones. First order of business, we're going to check the hydraulic fluid. All right. Those of you who have panic attacks on this sort of stuff, take a breath. Okay, so we've got hydraulic fluid all over there, and actually it's leaking out of here profusely. I'm not sure why. It doesn't normally leak out of these, so I'm not quite sure what the deal is. You can see these are leaking everywhere. But this leaks everywhere. Right here. I think I showed this all to you, and then obviously down there. Now that I'm thinking about it, this was a terrible spot to park it, because if this hydraulic fluid's leaking into my hayfield, isn't this like poisoning my grass? I was just trying to win and not getting it. Okay, so this is a hydraulic fluid checker. Seems like it's very full for some reason. Unless it's got water in there, which could be too. So I can't be the only person that does that, so I'm sure you guys do it too. Now, this is one thing that I really hate on the New Holland. Is this hydraulic fluid checker. Because you can't tell. That's just a metal post. And hydraulic fluid is clear, so as far as I can tell, it looks like it's full. I don't know. Maybe that's just how they all are. You can see right there, that thing is full. That looks like really rough looking too. I'm sure a lot of that's bad hydraulic fluid from the lines. But again, really glad I did not change the hydraulic fluid on the tractor yet, because it's gonna need it. All right, so let's look in the seed bin. All right, so I don't know. This looks like an entire bag to me. So Eric said when he filled this, it was like almost up to the top of the divider. So I don't know. It just looks like a full bag. If you were to dump a bag in here, this is what it looks like it would be to me. What do you think, pup? Does it look pretty good? You want to go with Mom, don't you? Yes, we're going to go in just a minute. Don't you worry. She's all excited to ride in the tractor. All right, so this is like a piece of crap, but it will work to see if we're getting some seed put down. So there's, you can see a couple seeds in there. See, this is not pushing the ground back together like it should be. So the downside is, shoot, I was gonna bring a hammer with me. Oh, I forgot. So I think Eric said he bumped this back up. So it looks like it's on 9. It was on 10, and he thought that was a little bit too thin, so he moved it up to that. The other problem is that I am charged per acre. So if I have to go over 10 acres twice, you know what that's going to cost me? $10 per acre. So that's $100 to redo this whole field again. Decided to actually go through and seed our very scrappy rear hayfield. The first time it was ever cut was last year, and it really struggled. You can see that it's got a lot of wet areas. Right now I'm driving through a wet area. I had not been planning on seeding this at all. You can see there's a mud track over there, because this tends to hold water. There's ruts. This whole area is just awful. This I mean, I feel like it needs to be ripped out and redone. It just, too much water. Hold on. But, yeah, Eric said it looked dry, so I came back here to look for myself, and sure enough, it was as dry as I've ever seen it for this time of year. So we're just gonna go ahead and seed it.
and see what we can get down. I feel like I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot by even seeding this because it really needs to have some nutrition down, and statistically this field just really hasn't gotten it because it's always wet. But it's a catch-22. If I can get grass to grow, that will help take care of the moisture issue, I think. I feel like that's what happened on our other fields. Once you get that grass established, it kind of helps soak up that extra water. So right now it's seeding at a rate of 10 pounds per acre, I think. I think that's about where it is. Again, not 100% for sure on that, but as soon as I finish doing my passes, I'm going to check the box and then do a circle lap to clean up my edges. Because I thought, well, hopefully with any degree of luck I'll have just a little bit of grass seed left over. I got the whole field done, and I went and checked it, and guess what I found? It had barely put anything down. It was still almost as full as when I started.
In desperation, I opened the seed cups all the way and bumped the pounds per acre setting up to number 20. Then I ran it all over my front yard and front pasture. It still did not use up the last bit of seed. So at 3 p.m., I gave up and cleaned the unit up and drove it back to its home business. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave a comment down below for your chance to have your comment randomly drawn. Not affiliated in any way with YouTube, not sponsored by YouTube. It's just my way of saying thanks for watching, thanks for all your support. It's my way of giving back to you. So check back on the old videos. I post who the winners are, and stay tuned for upcoming videos so you can see who won today's contest. Thanks so much, guys. Look forward to seeing you again. Take care. Goodbye.